here at half-time?
Oh, look, it's hard to say. I think Tony Miller will be very happy with the way his side defended there. They defended very, very well and really kept them out. He may be the happier of the two, but I'd like to see Harrison just get him one-on-one with Fawcett. They're using him as a bit of a battering ram at the moment, and they need to get him one-on-one with Fawcett, and then he can create some problems.
One of these sides is 40 minutes away from taking the title of Championship 1 winners for 2012. Who will it be? The next 40 minutes will decide. Barrow getting us back underway, and yet again another strong run from Lee Waterman, but the ball's been spilled to ground. A knock-on, and Barrow with the early advantage with the head and feet of the scrum.
Well, that's the start that the Barrow side will have wanted. Waterman's brought the ball back, carried it in. Didn't look like there was a strip in there. He's come up with a drop ball, and straight away from the kick-off, Barrow putting on a little bit of pressure.
Can they make it pay then? Here comes Larkin. 3 blue shirts on him. There's a run from Rory McGough. Represented England under-19s and Canada. Along the line, using plenty hands. Got the final ball out to Aaron Lowe. He was wrapped up and taken down. Now with Dawson. Doncaster's goal line defence holding tight at the moment. Little run bouncing around. Is that going to be a knock-on? The referee will give possession to Doncaster. And a little error from them early on. They've got the ball back now, but plenty of metres to go down the other end.
Yeah, they haven't taken the opportunity that Doncaster presented them there at all. They're just trying to hit Harrison short, charge it onto the ball, but he was charging into a heap of traffic, and it was nothing going to happen there. And they need to get him out a little bit wider where he can just try and get one-on-one with people and exploit their weaknesses.
So what will Doncaster do with their first play of this second 40 minutes? Trailing by those 3 points. That drop goal put over by Kagan on the stroke of the hooter.
Move! Wait, Solly, wait. Go.
But then again, we see another error. So plenty of it in the first half. Neither side really managing to play as they'd like to play. We've talked about the slippy conditions, but no one yet grabbing that game by the scruff of the neck.
Well, they're certainly not. And, look, I just said a minute ago, Tony Miller would probably be the happier of the two, the way they've defended, but they've had to defend because of these errors. From the kick-off, they've made an error. Tackle 3 there, they've made an error, and they're only, 22 metres off their line. So, they've defended well to keep Barrow out because they've given them the opportunity and they just haven't taken it.
Both these sides are in a good run of form, having lost 2 of their last 6 games, but not much to separate them, as you can tell by the scoreline or the game this afternoon. Here come Barrow again, charging at that Doncaster line. Can they squeeze through? The ball's lifted away by Dan Toll. They keep hold of it, looking to squeeze through, but it's like a scissor defence from Doncaster, keeping them out. Ballard floats the ball back through to McGough again. 5 tackles used up. One more chance for Barrow. Ballard with a kick over the top. It's not gone too far forward. It's palmed back. Kept hold of it. They've had to put boots on ball again, though. And is that a knock on him picking it up from Doncaster? The referee says it is.
Yeah, he's got that call right. Knock on from Stu Sanderson there trying to pick it up. But again, they just looked lost, Barrow, didn't they? Ballard stepped out one way, came back the other way, put a kick up. It was just a nothing kick. They've knocked the ball back, tried the little kick again, and luckily come up with a knock-on from Stu Sanderson there.
We'll talk about defence as well and the effort you've got to put in. It's going to be draining. Barrow surely must be sneaking something soon.
Well, you'd think so, but they keep coming up with the plays, don't they? Because really, you knew Barrow were coming.
Slides through on that left-hand side, charging down, and James Nixon over on the far side
Did
scores.
He drop it? He's gone to the video ref, so
We're going to have a look at it.
Very interesting, this one.
Have Barrow got themselves further ahead? It'll be down to Ian Smith.
We're just looking for any separation, so it's just really slow, this one, very, very slow. Oh, it's right where the caption is. Can you lose a caption, please? And just do it frame by frame. Just before you get down, just really, really slow. So he's got in his right arm, he's got a grip on it. Still got a grip. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Just jog that one back, please. Keep, right, run it frame by frame. Keep going. The other side, we'll see if it's come away. This one, frame by frame. No, it's no try. Jamie, that's no try, 20-metre restart. No try, he's lost the ball.
No try from Ian Smith then for James Nixon, just stretching out at that last minute. Couldn't quite keep hold of the ball. We see it frame by frame, a 25th of a second, maybe one more 25th, and he'd have been all right.
Yeah, look at good call from Ian Smith there. That's why, you know, he's nominated, I think, for the video ref of the year, wasn't he? I don't know whether he got it or whether Phil Bentham might have sneaked it, but very good call from Ian Smith there.
Yeah, I think Craig Fawcett deserves a bit of credit as well. We've talked about Doncaster's scrambling defence. Fawcett didn't give that up then, even when he looked like a certain scorer, Nixon. He was involved there, and in the end it's paid off. We've still got a 3-point game.
Martin Osler takes the ball up to halfway for Doncaster now. Just defence, keeping Barrow out there, forcing him. Nixon couldn't get it down, and now they're inside that Barrow half. There goes the offload to Waterman, who just strolls through and touches that underneath the sticks. That's his 35th try this season. He's the leading try scorer in Championship 1, and there you see exactly why. Just opened up the legs, charges down, and that's put Doncaster back in the lead.
Yeah, it certainly has. And how many times do you see that try disallowed at the opposite end of the field? But a great ball out wide there. And you've got to give full credit to Lucas Walsher. He charged onto the ball and got the neat little pass back on the inside to Waterman. Very good, well-worked try. It was the half-back force that the man Gareth just gave a rap to. So he's come up with a try-saver on the other side and then thrown the neat long pass out wide to Walshaw, who's charged onto it and looked very good. Got tackled by Ballard, stayed on his feet, and then found the ever-present Waterman up around the middle, saluting the crowd as he goes through to dive over for the 4-pointer there. Very good work from Doncaster, and this is why Tony Smith probably would have been the happier. His side defensively have kept them out, and then they've gone up the other end of the field and planted some points on the board.
The extra 2 on the scoreboard as well. 10 points to 7. How crucial will that drop goal be? But at the moment, it's Doncaster with their noses in the lead.
I think it'll be interesting to see next year what Tony Miller does with Lee Waterman, because he's adapted so well to fullback. At times he almost looks like a natural fullback. He's a great support player, real natural try scorer there, and he might have a bit of decision next year to see whether to use him there permanently.
He did score the first try in the league win over Barrow. Earlier on in the season did Waterman as well. At home, of course. It's on the road that Doncaster don't have an amazing record against company as opposition in 2012. Can they break that hoodoo this afternoon, though, here at the Halliwell Jones? Back on the attack again. Their time to make the Barrow defence work hard. It's taken on by Powley. Started on the bench. Might see the re-emergence of Mike Emmett in the second half. The kick through straight down the neck of Ballard, though. Not too much space for him, though, as it's taken down by Carl Hughes.
Poor kick from Fawcett out of dummy half there. Stepped out, put it straight down Ballard's throat. And you know, that's where these kicks have to be a little bit better placed. And they need to just, we said at half-time, you know, they need to be better executing that last play.
Lee Haney with the previous drive as Doncaster move over halfway now. Duffy again with another charge for him. Plenty of work under his belt this afternoon. The kick's high, didn't go too far. The bouncers favoured the attacking side, but picked up by Doncaster. Yet again, though, things and options quickly close down. Doncaster having a bit more play now. Not seen that early kick. I wonder what they'll line up for in this set. They had a habit of kicking early in the first half. Usually around tackle 3. And here is that tackle. And running it. On the shorter side. Floating it to the touchline. Goes forward though. Finding the hands of Stuart Sanderson. Right in line with it here.
Yeah, good call from the touch judge on this side there. Good call, forward pass. He got it right. Haney dropped the shoulder into Sanderson late there and pushed him over nearly into the side fence, but he wasn't real happy about that.
It's been a good battle, hasn't it, between Sanderson and Haney. Two quite combative players. They like to get stuck in, do the work. Real interesting one to watch that.
There's Liam Campbell, one of the Championship 1 All-Stars. 4 of them on the Barrow side. Their turn to have a go at this Doncaster defence again. Maybe grinding them down. They've done a lot of defensive work, Doncaster.
Again, 2 out of 3 drives from Harrison. His work rate's been sensational today.
Darren Holt did say that he thought he was a shoe-in for Championship 1 Player of the Year, but that went into the opposition's Paul Cook, of course, not playing today. We heard from him at half-time, but injured kneecap has forced him out this game.
This is a great carry from Sanderson out of dummy half there. Made a good 15, 20 metres and really put the Doncaster side on the front foot. But again, you know, I agree with Gareth. Harrison's work rate's been tremendous, but they're using him more as a front rower, just carrying the ball forward rather than setting him up with something, you know, and getting him out a little bit wider. And they
nice little gap spotted by Powley, though, as he got options. No real support around him. He had a good look, and he's lost the ball as well. Picked up by Ballard, who's gone on the charge. Couldn't get in between those 3 blue shirts. But now, the momentum swinging back with Barrow. They dropped the ball again, and that bounce surely took it forward. No, says the referee. Starting to rain a little harder as well here at the Halliwell Jones. Just to add to the mix. There's Nixon. Yet again with Harrison. Doesn't go quiet, does he? Deep attacking line from Barrow. Settling on that 20 now. 2 tackles remaining in this set. It's Ballard with a kick over. Taken, though, by Stuart Sanderson. In the field of play. Has he given a knock on, though? He has. Barrow have forced a knock on the line. I've seen Doncaster do that a couple of times, and the pressure still on.
I thought he took it well. I thought he was going to give a penalty for a high shot. Not that it was anything wrong with it. The ball went backwards. He's facing his goal line, and he's going backwards as far as I see that.
Harsh?
Yeah, I think so. You go back a little bit earlier, though. It was a great break out of dummy half from Powley, and a superb tackle from Haney. Ryan Noble mentioned him in the break, you know, and he's a front rower in a winger's body. He likes to mix it up. There's not a lot of wingers that like to get in and really bash people like he is, and he's doing a great job. He forced that error there.
Nice little dummy. Setting Barrow up. 4 tackles down in this set. Force that error. Can they force their way over? Supportive play back inside from Larkin. Ballard. Little kick and chase through. They're going to have to see it safer, Doncaster. They do. Being chased down, though, the kick by Kagan. It's along the turf through the in-goal area. And a third consecutive set for Barrow.
Well, again, it's some good defence from the Doncaster side, isn't it? You know, they're keeping them out, really working hard. They're giving them the opportunities with those drop balls and that, but they're really working hard defensively and keeping them off the score sheet. But look, Barrow scored their first try from a really well-worked set play, and since then they've just been content with carrying the ball one up and not really offering anything up in the way of attacking plays, just to expose any weaknesses in Doncaster's defensive line.
Nice skills from Liam Campbell to take the ball from boot to hand. Yet again, that man Harrison. No, it was Duffy taking the ball forward. There he is, Harrison. Never too far away.
I think you're just used to calling his name, isn't it? You're just used to, you know,
you just expect it to be him.
Yeah, exactly.
Space opening up, though.
Crossing.
Done for crossing.
Oh.
It was all got a bit busy around there, though.
Jeez, that's a poor rule, that.
Relieve the pressure on Doncaster, but you see there's two players just go straight in the middle of them.
I don't know, I just don't like that. I don't like that rule. You know, if he really impedes with someone, yeah, all right, but I think, you know, they made the wrong call first up, and then they just grabbed him because they knew they'd get a penalty.
Doncaster will be relieved. It was the third defensive set they were going to have to hold Barrow out, literally on their line. There goes Spires. Doncaster will just want to get the ball down the other end. Not getting too far in that drive. Hughes held up. It's taken round from Emmett, who's back on the field.
That's a great tackle.
Driven back again.
Real good tackle.
Keeping up that intensity, Barrow in defence as well. Kick on tackle 4 this time. Into touch. Get a bit of a rest as they reset the scrum on that 10-metre line. And they'll be looking to do exactly what Barrow have done down their end, force an error and have a go.
Yeah, they will. You know, look, they've defended very, very well. Their goal line defence has been really good. And then they've come up with that. They've kicked, they've found touch. You know, they're leading the game. So they can just walk to the scrum, they can take their time, suck in a bit of air and hope that they can come up and force an error.
So set the scrum, 10 metres out. Barrow in possession now. Trying to G on the side. Campbell there waiting at dummy half, waving his arm saying, come on, let's keep up the intensity. We're nudged ahead at half time. Conceded 1 from Doncaster in this second half. That slender lead now. Charge through from Duffy, got the ball away, but it's into the hands of a Doncaster player. And maybe that's the area we talked about. They're trying to force things, and now Doncaster are going to hopefully set themselves up for something.
Yeah, he doesn't need to force that pass there. You know, he just needs to take the tackle and then just keep playing forward.
Emmett with a sneaky run from dummy half. Just steadied the run there as they went into the line. Just wanted Hughes to charge his way through there. Force it. Is he going to force it? Has he forced it? The referee is going to. Come look at a big screen, but has forced it squeezed over on that right-hand side. Another one for Mr. Ian Smith.
Tackle.
Double movements and grounding. Well, he's always moving forward. So just jog that back, make sure it's definitely not a double movement. His ball carrying arm is always up and there's always momentum. So he's entitled to move his arm across. He's still got it and he plants the ball down on the line. Jamie, that's a try.
That's his 13th try in the last 12 games for Craig Fawcett. His 18th of the season for the 24-year-old former Fellas. Think Keithley and Hunslet man. And Doncaster now, 7-point lead with a kick to come.
Well, they had no right to score that try, did they? You know, Fawcett's taken the ball. He's a little half-back. He's caught the ball wide. He's stepped off the right foot. He's carried 2 players across the line, kept his arm up, planted the ball down. Very well, good try for Fawcett. And he's done very, very well there. You know, he's come up with a try-saver up the other end and put a good pass out wide for the next one and then scored it himself. So he's done a very, very good job there.
Change the kicker to Tom Hodson. 77% kicking percentage this season. That's another one from him. He's 54th of the season. And those 2 points now, 9-point lead. Pressure on Barrow now to convert those opportunities which they've had.
The Barrow side haven't looked like converting them, you know, since they scored that first try. And as I said, that was from a well-worked play. And they've just gone into their shell a little bit. They haven't really offered anything up attacking-wise.
As Dave said, we were all asking, weren't we, for someone to step up, you know, and win this game. And Fawcett's come up with 3 huge players in this half already, you know. I think he won the most improved player at their awards night, and there's maybe even an argument for this game being most improved because he's really stepped up since half-time. Been absolutely fantastic and put his side in control now.
Looks like the Doncaster players have got that little sparkle now in their eye. They know if they can just hang on. Got to hang on a long way. Still a final quarter to play. It's a long way to go.
Still 20 minutes, but the beauty of it is the rain's coming down. It's slippery. They're in control. They've got the points on the board. They need to just play out their 5 tackles now and kick long. Just keep kicking long, and defending the way they have been.
There's a kick long. Bounced in front of Haney. Watches it a couple of times and then takes it.
Tackle 1. Move, Chris. Go.
Ballard offers it to that left-hand side. The blue shirts all want to keep Barrow contained. There's Duffy in possession. James Dandy back on as well for Barrow, playing at dummy half. Fires the ball back this time for the kick. It is inside the 40. Are they looking for that 40-20? It's not quite as close to the touchline they'd have wanted. Taken by Tom Hodson. Doncaster back in possession. They'll want to see out another set with a long kick, as you mentioned, Dave. As we edge closer to that final quarter.
Yeah, that's all they'll do now. They're in the lead. They're in a commanding position at the moment. You know, they know if they can keep their defensive line the way it has been, you know, they don't have to score any more points.
It's offloaded. And again, just keeping this play moving. There's Liam Cunningham attacking the line. Charged through. Knocked on though as he was under pressure. That's exactly what they don't want to do.
No, they don't. Tony Miller needs to get the word out to him. You can see the rain bucketing down at the moment there on the screen. You know, Tony Miller needs to get the message out that, you know, let's play out our sets. Let's just keep going forward. We don't have to throw out miraculous balls out the back, try and get offloads. Let's just keep carrying the ball forward. Good grip of the footy. Let's get to our kicks. Let's just make them have to run 70 and 80, 90 metres if they want to score.
Persistent, I think, is the word for that rain. Continues to come down, making these conditions even more tricky. Which team have got any tricks up their sleeve to combat that and take this game and the title of Championship 1 champions for 2012? Barrow, again, on that accelerator down at the Doncaster end. Little slice through from Campbell. Ballard, back to Kagan. Picked up though, but knocked forward by Mike Emmett. And the referee again, given that signal a few times, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. I think Emmett's trying to say it come off his knees there, but
he went to play at it.
It looked like it come off his hands. So good call, but another set of 6. You know, they've done this time and time again where they've kept them out. So You know, they'll be hoping that their line can stay intact again. Barrow, on the other hand, they'll want some points. They'll need a try here. If they're going to be any chance, they need to get a try on this set.
There's only one defence that ended the regular season better than Doncaster's. They're trying to hold out. Workington conceded 17 less points in the 18 games. That's how tight it was, but they're keeping them out again at Doncaster. Barrow just not with that final touch. Still tackles remaining in this set, though. Using the space, but dropping deep. There's Ballard. He thought about trying to get the ball away, but jumped upon. There's Tom Hodson, the initial contact. And the ball's gone to ground again. Knocked forward by Barrow. Yet again, Doncaster survive.
They just look so confident in their own defence, Doncaster, don't they? And I think if you bear in mind last week's game against Workington, they've now gone something like 2.5 hours and only conceded 1 try, which is a phenomenal effort. And they just look confident in the players inside them and picking the right man. Really well organised, and you've got to admire that today.
You can see them talking in defence, you know, and that's half the battle. If you're talking in defence and your men on the inside and outside know what you're doing, they'll do all right. You know, they've just come up with another mistake to give Barrow some opportunities. They've come up with a knock on at the scrum base.
Got tangled in there. So the referee, you can see here now, the ball put into his hands and legs and ankles and everything. Emmett just couldn't pick the ball up. There we see just a little sidestep inside from Kagan. Ballard certainly having the chances and the opportunities. Just a metre away, Barrow. Dandy fires the ball back. Through hands, was it forward? It was, says the referee. Doncaster, Barrow think they're in, but the referee has already pulled it back for a forward pass. Just at the moment where you thought they were going to get something, they had the tackles, they had the pressure.
I've been asking for it. I've been asking for Harrison just to get the ball out a little bit wider, one-on-one with someone, and they've done that, but I thought it was a forward from here. I think the call's right. Touch judge was in line with it. He didn't agree, he kept running. It was the referee that made the decision, but I thought it was the right call from here.
Liam Campbell just putting it a bit too far in front of himself.
No, it's not a penalty. No, it's right, listen, just stand up, time off. Right, listen, when you go together, you do not push.
Just chatting with the packs, telling them not to push. You see it's getting nice and tasty, and then there might not be promotion at stake, but it's not like this game doesn't matter. It means everything. Robinson bashed off his feet.
There's that man again, isn't it? There's our prop on the wing. Just come in with a huge shot. That's a great tackle, that.
A few extra metres there, just getting around a few arms as he pushed further on was Emmett. It's Mike Kelly. Another kick from Doncaster, but that is straight down the neck of Lee Haney. Ballard with another run. Seen him get a few of those.
Wait. Go. 2. Move. Wait. Go.
That's another run from Harrison.
Move. Hold. Go. 4. Move.
15 minutes remaining in the Championship 1 Grand Final for 2012. Barrow with a lot of possession at the moment as Ballard was put through. The Doncaster defence is staying fairly tight at the moment. It's into the sky, it's picked up but put down in the right-hand corner. But the referee, I think, is going to check with the screen as well. Has Chris Larkin got his second try of the game? Ian Smith will decide.
Side, knock on and grounding.
That's right, yeah.
Can we have the onside first, please? Right, they're onside, so run this through. Looks like he touches that from there. Touch just definitely calls that he's touched it. Have you got another angle?
So if it is no try,
No,
it will be scrum 20
go
minutes.
back to, it's not that knock on, it's the knock on in mid-air. That one. So he jumps. Just jog that one back, I'm pretty sure he touches it. Yeah, just run this one through slowly, slowly. Yeah, ball and his fingers move. No try scrum. Jamie, that's no try scrum.
Okay, clock on, no try, scrum.
No try there for Chris Larkin. There's only 5 players at this level in this final that have scored 2 tries in a grand final. Chris Larkin, at the moment, couldn't add his name to that list. No try.
Yeah, another good call from Ian Smith there. I thought that's what happened, you know, when we were watching the play in action, but good call.
I think all the calls have been right as well, but that's 3 tries they've had now disallowed. If you did the Nixon one there, the forward pass one with Harrison, and that one. So perhaps been a little bit unfortunate, Barrow, but they were the right calls in all 3 instances.
Move! Give it a step, wait. Go. 3, move! Release him.
Halfway through their set now, Doncaster.
4,
Little space for Hughes on that right.
I think he probably deserves a wrap as well. I think he's been on the full game, Carl Hughes. He's done plenty of the tough yards early in the sets. You know, worked his socks off, tackled a lot as well. Good game from him.
Got support on this left-hand side, Doncaster. The kick goes down the middle, though, and straight down the neck of Andy Ballard. Big men are in the middle, and he can't break the chain.
Wait, go.
Don't get too much further with the next set, Barrow. Almost lost it there, Martin Oster.
Wait, go. 4, move, Chris. Hold, go.
Dandy on that left to Campbell.
5, move. Go, Mike. 5 square.
Looking for the kick, steps over, chip over the top. Come to underneath it is Emmett, but he's knocked on, has he? He has. Another one right in front of their sticks on the 10-metre line. It happens again and again and again. They've been good so far. Can they survive another one?
It's Emmett again. He must be thinking what's going on. I think the last 3 knock-ons have been from him. He's put himself in line. Well, yeah, definitely. The knock-on there, at the first one I don't think was. The second one was when he tried to regather it. But he must be just thinking what's going on. But you're right, they're holding them out, they're keeping them out, they're offering up some possession, and they keep defending their line. Can they do it this time?
Tackle 1 says yes so far. Mike Hemmings, in fact, was voted Doncaster's Players' Man of Steel, or the Club Man of Steel, at their awards this season. I don't think he'd have won it had he played like he had today all season. Not a good day at the moment in these conditions, but they are hanging on. Can they survive another one? It's not going down easy, is he, Harrison? Eventually. On the shorter side, the ball's popped into the sky.
No push, there's no push with him at all. And this has been their problem most of the game, just one out rugby league.
Step inside, but again, a very quick defensive line as Chris Spur, it was, who came out to put the tackle on. Plenty blue bodies in there as well. There we go.
It's great work from Doncaster. You know, they're rushing up off their line. They want this. They want to win this game. They're pushing up hard off the line. They're putting their shoulders in. They're working hard for each other. And they've done a really, really good job to keep them out.
Little slip again. Still raining here at the Halliwell Jones Stadium. Here's Robinson. Through a couple of hands this time for Doncaster. Clinging on to it for dear life is Russ Spires. It's again just 1 man away. Hughes up to halfway, 5 used up. Here comes the kick. Floated through 2 hands. The kick's not as far as they'd have maybe have liked. It's gone straight into touch as well. It's definitely not the kick they'd have wanted. Barrow, they keep giving him the opportunities. They're inviting them on. And Barrow can't get through.
They are, but you can put that down to James Dandy. James Dandy was at Margate. He chased across. When the pass was made out wide, he chased again hard. Well, they've just come up with a knock-on now, Barrow, from the first carry. The big prop there, Ryan Duffer. He's come up with a few spills tonight, but again, good tackle. Emmett underneath, just jolts that ball loose. Good technique, good work.
You look at the body language of the 2 sets of players then as well. Doncaster all rushing in there, patting each other on the back, high fives. Barrow are just starting to look tired now.
Bit of frustration there.
Absolutely, you know, they've had so many opportunities this half. It's just not happened for them for one reason or another. And you get the feeling now that Doncaster's confidence is just going to carry them through almost no matter how many times they knock on inside their own quarter.
Into the final 10 minutes then, in this Championship 1 Grand Final. Doncaster only conceded 1 try in this game, none in their previous game. Not a bad record. But float the ball into touch. Again, early in the tackle count, they just need to keep hold of the ball, respect the ball, keep the possession.
They don't need to do it, do they? But I think they're probably thinking, listen, we're happy, we don't mind tackling. We're doing it well, we're doing a good job. So let's just keep inviting them. Let's see what they can do.
It'd have been a nice try, wouldn't it?
Well, it would have been, but, you know, it's dry weather footy conditions, that, you know, but and they don't need to do it. But, you know, they do keep trying to do it.
Their error count in their own half, this half, must be absolutely massive for Doncaster. What, 8, 9, 10 maybe errors inside their own half. With this defence, it just continued to be outstanding.
Well, the whole game's been camped down in Doncaster's half.
Barrow still with ball in hand again. The clock not in their favour. Still with opportunities though. Definitely not out of the question. Doncaster have got to keep their heads. Again, looking at options is Kagan. The ball's rolled out of the tackle. The referee saying it's knocked on again.
Yeah, I think
Doncaster with a high five, the pats on the back, and another one they survive.
Yeah, I think what he's saying there, the tackle, the arm carrying the ball was on the ground and the ball came out the back, even though it was a knockback, but still class as he's lost the ball in the tackle. There it is there, it's gone backwards. So Doncaster survive again, defensively very, very good.
8 minutes to go in the game. Is this a crucial set for Doncaster now? Have they just got to see it out, get down the other end?
I don't think Barrow have got the attacking plays or options to be able to break them. They just don't offer anything. They haven't been offering anything at all up in the attacking department. Their halves have, you know, haven't really set the world on fire in this game and given them some options. They're using the big fella Harrison the wrong way, and I just don't think, no matter, you know, what happens now, that they can get the amount of tries that they'll need to win the game.
Just edging downfield, Doncaster now. Emmett fires it back, and on tackle 4 they kick again. Haney this time picks it up. Look at the blue shirts there, bang, straight into them. Not giving them any opportunity to get through. Chase was good. Barrow now looking at their options, their opportunities. Just one man on this shorter side, taken by Larkin himself. 3 blue shirts on him, no space.
You can see that they're defending for themselves, can't you? And as you said, the chase was fantastic. They're moving up as one all the time. Dave said the talk's good between the players. Just so well organised defensively all game.
Back to Ballard. And into Larkin. See, high spiral bomb landing inside the in-goal area. Taken on the full, and the restart for Doncaster. Plenty of players in an offside position from the Barrow defensive point of view. It's 10 metres in that first run. Trying to use that momentum, Doncaster. Emmett then Just been a single penalty in this second half, 8 in total. Plenty knock-ons though. There goes Hughes, just siding his way through, kept those legs going, falls down the extra couple of metres as well.
5, 7, wait.
Keswick.
Go. Okay. Well. Tackle one. And move. Great.
Yet again, look at that chase there. Virtually the full team has gone up there, apart from the fullback Waterman. There's one line, just giving Barrow no option at the moment.
Help! Release. Wait. Go.
Love to keep them down there, wouldn't they, Doncaster? 3 tackles used up.
Go.
There's that blue line. Hitting it, not too far, no gaps.
I guess the other thing as well, Ian, is as you mentioned, only 1 penalty in this half. That's gone to Doncaster, so they haven't conceded a single penalty all half, as well as defending all this time.
Right, Scott.
Keswick tries that little kick over the top again. It's worked this time. Gaining those extra few metres. Got them a reset tackle count as well.
They have to score now, don't they? 4.5 minutes, they've got to score in this set.
Pressure on then. Dan Toll up to the 20. Here's Ballard. Through Kagan. He's inside that 10 now. Finch at dummy half then. Back through Ballard again. Campbell just drops it back for Harrison. He gets the ball away. There was a couple of hands in there, but they've kept hold. Can they breach this Doncaster defence? Not this time. 2 tackles left. Looking for space again. They're just straight out of the blocks, Doncaster. Forcing Barrow back the extra metre as well. The final play. Forcing it over the top. They have got men extra, and they are in the corner over the far side on the set of 6 which they needed to score. Aaron Lowe on that left-hand side. The 24-year-old scoring in the final, as well as the final eliminator. And is it too little too late from Barrow, or is this going to put us in for an exceptional final 3.5 minutes?
Well, you know, it should be an exceptional final few minutes, but I thought the pass that led to the try was a forward one, but the try's been awarded. They didn't go to the screen, and they can't rule on a forward pass anyway, but you know, good work from them. They've persisted and persisted. Barrow, or Ballard's kicked the ball. He's kicked the goal from the sideline, so he's really kept them in it. It's made the game very, very interesting for the last 4 minutes. 4 points in it, three points in it, so a try would win it. You know, whether the defence that Doncaster have had to do all this time is going to take a toll or not, we don't know.
We've seen some exceptional games in the Championship and Championship 1 in 2012. There's no doubt another one to come in the Championship Grand Final, but listen to the noise.
Well, they're not in a rush, are they, Doncaster, and understandably so, but Lee Waterman at the back there, still trying to rally his troops there, urging them forward. They know now they've got, what, just over 2.5 minutes of basically defending to do now, and they win the title. Barrow have to come out and win it themselves.
Here we go. Your season comes down to the final 2.5 minutes of the Grand Final.
This should be the only set they get, really, unless they can force an error.
Is this their crucial set? Is this the set of their season? They're raising the intensity of Barrow. They can sense it. It's within 3 points now. They've got ball in hand. It's going through as well. Expansive play.
Good read by Dan Cowlin, now, wasn't it, Dave, in defence there? He had to pick the right man.
Very good. He had to go out, shoot out the line, and he had to make the tackle, and he come up with it.
That's their 5 tackles used up. Here's the final play. The kick over the top. The chase is on. Doncaster have to hold it and not knock on. They do. We've got just under 2 minutes to go. There's a player down. It's Harrison over on the far side for Barrow.
I think the trainer signalled to the bench there that he's not going to take any more part.
Here goes Waterman. He's on the score sheet this afternoon. His side are in the lead by 3 points. 90 seconds left.
They're all offside there. They'll play this smart. They'll take the next couple of tackles, 5 tackles, and then find the touch with the kick.
Just running it from dummy half. Nice few metres through, and the referee gives offside. Does he? A penalty to Doncaster. Is that it? Is that Doncaster's victory?
Yeah. You know, they were offside 3 or 4 times there in the last couple of sets, and he's waited a minute to go to give a penalty away for it.
Into the final 60 seconds, our cooperative man of the match, Craig Fawcett.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think he's been very good. I think, you know, the other blokes that have also been very good, like Gareth had mentioned. Carl Hughes has been great. Russ Spears has really put his body on the line and done a lot of work, you know, but the whole lot of them are to be congratulated. They've played very well defensively.
Doncaster then will, in what will be their final play of this grand final for 2012. They're going to beat Barrow. They can see out the set. Skipping over tackles. Got to be sensible now. 20 seconds to go. Will they want to finish with a flurry?
Waterman drop goal.
Couple of tackles remaining. Floated along the line. It's man for man in terms of defence. Mike Kelly held up. The count is on. There's the hooter. Here's the final play. The ball's kicked through, and Doncaster are the champions of the Cooperative Championship 1 for 2012. They finish top of the table, and here at the Halliwell Jones Stadium, they beat Barrow Raiders by 16 points to 13. What a game, what a finish. But the side who are top of the table after 18 rounds come back from a defeat in the qualifying semi-final to beat Barrow this time and claim that title in their second title in their 61 years of history.
We mentioned at the start of the game, you know, you asked the question, does the break do you any harm? Do you prefer to play week in, week out? And like I said then, you know, it could go either way. Sometimes the break helps you, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes that momentum of playing the tough footy every week. And today, it's come out on top for the Doncaster side, where they've played week in, week out, some real tough games, and they've come out on top.
They finished as league leaders winning the minor premiership back in August, and South Yorkshire reigns supreme in the first of today's game. They've got representatives in Sheffield in the final of the championship coming up, but they're the celebrations from the Doncaster side, and they're the Doncaster boss as well. The Championship 1 coach of the season, and Tony Miller delighted with what his side have done today, the defensive effort that they put in, the exceptional commitment they've shown, conceding only 2 tries in their final 2 games of the season, especially when it mattered. It's exactly what they'd have wanted. It's exactly what Tony Miller would have wanted. They were behind at half-time, but they were the ones that held their nerve in the second 40 minutes. The distraught players from Barrow who gave their all. They had a week off leading into this fixture, but there, Chris Larkin, the man who scored the first try this season. But we can now hear from the man of the match, Craig Fawcett's down with Napoli.
Craig, many congratulations, League Leaders Shield champions here today. How are you feeling?
Tremendous. It's been a great year for us. Managed to do double. We thought we'd blown the league at one point. Managed to get another lifeline, but the team spirit with the boys has been brilliant this year, and that's what's brought us through all the way through. So a great win.
Was it the game you expected today?
Yeah, we always knew it was going to be tough against Barrow. I mean, 3 points in it. We knew we played them 2 weeks since, and there were 2 points in it there. So I mean, they're a great side, real strong. They deserve to be up there as well.
Fantastic support here for you as well today.
Oh yeah, amazing. They've been 18th man for us all year. They've always had us back and brought us all the way through.
Try for you today, but how much have you enjoyed this season?
Oh, it's been probably the best season of my career so far. Really enjoyed it. I mean, the boys that we've played with this year, team spirit's been amazing. So it's been brilliant.
I'll let you go and enjoy the celebrations. Congratulations.
Thank you.
No doubt those celebrations will continue for many an hour as well. The Doncaster fans that have made the trip over from South Yorkshire here to the northwest to the Halliwell Jones Stadium, they'll be delighted with what they've seen. Doncaster's defence just holding firm. Barrow couldn't force a way over, and Doncaster win the Championship 1 competition for 2012. Analysis and another game, of course, on the way next.